Hi, my name is Scott, and I'm the co-pastor of Seaside United Methodist Church. And I'm here today to tell you about a tool that we've adapted to help us be more effective with pastoral care in our church. Like all churches, of course, we face a significant number of pastoral needs, which can easily become overwhelming at times. How do you keep up with who's having surgery and at which hospital? How do you attend adequately to the homebound and those recovering from surgery, treatments, and procedures, let alone those who are in nursing homes? If you have a ministry team that includes other pastors or some of the many ways that we can include lay leaders in pastoral care and visitation, how do you coordinate the information in an effective and discreet way that honors privacy but effectively communicates what needs to be shared? Like a lot of you, I'm sure we have and still have a hospital board in our office that notes who is in the hospital and where. We also have a weekly ministry staff meeting where the key leaders and pastors share pastoral concerns and coordinate appropriate pastoral care. This has worked up to a point, but it was far from perfect. Then someone told me about Trello.com. Trello is an online project manager that allows individuals and groups to collaborate on projects, to keep each other updated, and to be more effective. In our pastoral care system, Trello works like this real-world model. Think of a large bulletin board with a row of 3x5 cards across the top with titles or headings. The headings for pastoral care might be in the hospital, upcoming procedures or surgeries, recovering at home, nursing home or rehabilitation center, ongoing health issue, terminal illness, deaths, and bereavements. Below each of those headings are a series of cards with the names of people. Sally's in the hospital, John has a surgery scheduled soon, Jim is recovering at home, and so forth. Now remove a card from its place and flip it over. And you see that Sally's surgery, a hip replacement, which was yesterday, went well. She's expected to make a full recovery and will probably be in the hospital for 3 days. Each time you or one of your ministry team visits Sally, this card would be updated with current status information, and the card itself would be moved to recovering at home when she's dismissed. Now imagine having this information available at your fingertips, on your computer, or on your smartphone. Now go one step further and imagine this information is available to other members of your ministry team immediately. This is what we can do with Trello's flexible project management system. To get started, you'll need to establish a Trello account if you don't already have one. The easiest way is to connect through a Google or Gmail credential, but you can also establish an account using any email address and password you have. Once logged in, your opening screen will include a board that gives you tips and explanations of the basic operations of Trello. It will be worth your time to go through some of these on your own. Now you will go to the plus sign at the top right of the screen. This gives you the option of creating a new board and creating a new organization. More about that later. Check on the option to create a new board. The new board comes populated with 3 lists: to do, doing, and done. Now remember our metaphor of the bulletin board and the note cards. Click on the name of the list that says to do and change the title to in hospital and click save. Do the same thing on the doing and done list for your upcoming procedures and recovering at home list respectively. Next, click add a list to add the rest of your lists. Now the list that we have may not be the same as the ones that you want to use, but we found these general categories to be helpful. We do use a couple of catch-all categories for those times when a pastoral need just doesn't seem to fit one of our primary lists. If you like, you can include categories such as persons who have expressed an interest in joining your church and their status as regards things like membership classes, new member sponsors, and small group connections. You can also have a completely separate board for evangelism-related issues. Now, once you have your lists, you can begin adding cards. As on our bulletin board metaphor, we'll begin with Sally Jones, who is in the hospital for a hip replacement. Click on Add a Card, and Sally Jones is what you would enter and then add. Now click on the card and begin adding comments for each visit. The comments are listed by date and time, with the most recent listed first. By selecting a due date from your entry window, you can add the date and time of an upcoming event, such as a surgery or a procedure. When it's time for Sally to be dismissed, you may wish to notate this on the card, then move the card to the appropriate list simply by clicking and dragging with your mouse or your finger if you're using a touch screen. Finally, when Sally is ready to come off the list, you can archive the card, which removes it from the active list but retains the information already entered. If in time Sally decides to have another hip replaced, you may search for her name in the search box, which will reveal her archived card, which can then be moved back to the active board, ready for use, but retaining the valuable history that you have so carefully entered. Another feature that you may find helpful are labels. Labels are colored strips at the top of cards that convey quick information. You may want to set up labels for surgery, cancer, or terminal illness to help you quickly locate these critical situations. It is possible to add multiple labels to a single card. The next item has to do with how you share your list. One way to do this, of course, is to simply invite people by email addresses to join your list. There's a good tutorial about this on the Trello website. Another way to do it is to set up an organization and add people to your organization. This has the added advantage of including those folks in any additional boards that you create later on. Now, naturally, you'll want to be careful about who you wish to include on your Trello distribution lists. The information regarding health concerns and procedures is privileged information. In our church, we limit those who have direct access to the board only to those on the pastoral staff. But we do share limited information with other lay visitors and so forth in a weekly staff meeting for this purpose. I hope you have found the information in this tutorial helpful. Please check out Trello at trello.com. Visit us at seasideumc.org, and feel free to use the contact links there on the website to share any ideas or tips that you discover as you use Trello to help you manage the pastoral needs of your congregation. Thanks for watching, and God bless.